How's it going, everybody? This is Petey from SupplementReviews.com bringing you a video review today for Syntrax Matrix 2.0 Sustained Release Protein. Alright, let's dive on in here and take a look at the front of the container. It promises to be an undenatured whey protein, mycelial casein, and egg albumin blend, vital nutrition for health and recovery, be the best tasting protein, guaranteed, have glutamine peptides, and mixed instantly. I got excited when I got sent this because it's a peanut butter cookie flavor. So I guess let's start with that. Alright, first up for taste and mixability, when you open the stuff up, you look at the powder inside, and being the peanut butter cookie flavor, it looks like a container of giant crumbled peanut butter cookie, which is kind of cool. It is a blend, so it's going to be a little bit thicker. However, it just strikingly, I'm not sure how to describe it. If you ever had like a peanut butter cookie and you kind of, if it's crumbled up like the crumbs on a napkin, kind of that greasy, crumbly feel from, I guess, like the mix of the cookie and the oils from the peanuts in it, the actual powder, I guess, kind of reminds you of that. Not in a bad way. I mean, if you've got something that reminds you of drinking crumbled up peanut butter cookies, hopefully you're not allergic to peanuts, you know, it's going to be a cool thing for you there. So, I guess the texture of it was kind of cool. It is a blend, yet it doesn't have that overly the top thick, I guess, consistency to it. It mixes really well, and so no issues there. It does mix incredibly easily with a few shakes your shaker, whether it's almond milk, or I actually use this most of the time to make a protein pudding, which is my own little mix. You can check out that recipe on Instagram. Very simple and a nice little snack, especially if you're cutting some calories and need something to kill some craving here. I recommend blends. This one works really well for that. But regardless, the peanut butter cookie flavor itself is just awesome. It tastes like a crumbled peanut butter cookie. Matrix always has done a good job. Flavor-wise with the proteins, that's never an issue there. So I guess taste and mixability just rocks it. It gets a 9.5 out of 10, especially if you're a peanut butter fan. There's some really good peanut butter flavors out there, and then there's some that aren't very good. But this one is definitely one of the good peanut butter flavors. And this one's even peanut butter cookie. So if you like peanut butter and looking for a blended protein, check this out. You won't be disappointed. Now, more importantly in taste and mixability, comes down to the nutrition facts and I guess the blend of what we got here. One level scoop, you got 25 per container, has 150 calories, 30 of which are from fat. You have 3 grams of fat total, 1 gram of it saturated, which is actually not bad at all considering you got some whey concentrate in there, which is more of the close to the whole food protein, which is to be expected. So, I mean, that's not a real concern there. If it fits, and I guess how much fat you can have in your daily thing, you should be fine. If not, 3 grams ain't going to kill you. From there, cholesterol, relatively low, 8%. Once again, that's not that big of a deal. Sodium's pretty low, 5%. Potassium, carbs, 6 grams per serving there. 1 of its fiber, only 3 from sugar. It is a slightly sweetened protein there, but that ain't going to kill you at all. So I guess no concerns there. And I guess the other thing is you're getting 23 grams of blended protein per scoop. Now, no complaints there with nutrition facts. Let's take a look at what actually makes up the protein blend and what they include here. So ingredient-wise, it has a dairy protein blend, including whey protein concentrate, milk protein concentrate, non-dairy protein blend, including hydrolyzed wheat gluten and egg albumin. I could do without the hydrolyzed wheat gluten. I eat gluten-free by choice. And so if you need to have a gluten-free product, this stuff is not for you, especially, I mean, it's kind of tough to make a product like this, especially in a cookie flavor without the inclusion of some wheat. But the little bit that's in here, it shouldn't give you too much issue unless you have a celiac disease or non-celiac gluten intolerance. I didn't notice any issues from it, so you're more than all right. I just would prefer not to have the wheat in there, but hey, that's just me. Otherwise, from there, peanut flour. Once again, if you're allergic to peanuts, steer clear. I don't need to break it out in hives on me. Cookie pieces. Some are complaining about this one. Having enriched flour, wheat flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, basic, I guess, cookie bits in there, sugar, dextrose, Hilix, safflower oil, whey, butter, all that good crap. It's got cookie bits. It's peanut butter cookie flavor. I mean, most proteins that have the cookie flavor to them with that texture in there is going to have the little bit of crumbled cookie per serving. However, when you look at the carbs in here, 6 grams of it, so it may have a little higher, I guess, content in there. That's where your taste is coming from. This is definitely, I guess, a luxury protein in terms of flavor. So if you have to cut back a few, I guess, excess carbs there, if you're having 1 scoop of this a day, it's 6 grams, 2 scoops a day, you're getting 12 grams of carbs in there. This is going to add up pretty quickly. So if you got a few extra calories in there to play with in terms of your carbs, go ahead. You shouldn't have too much of an issue with it. It's not going to set you over the top with a ridiculous amount of sugar. It just depends on, I guess, how strict you have to have your protein in there. So once again, I could do without the hydrolyzed wheat gluten, but other than that, I really like the protein blend. I'm a fan of whey concentrate over isolates because it's non-denatured, which is a huge plus for me. I have no issues with it fitting in my overall numbers, so it's not an issue there. It just depends how, I guess, picky you want to be. And another huge thing here is this is aspartame free, so that's a huge plus there. So in terms of ingredient profile, I like it. It's solid. It's been reformulated a few times, and 23 grams of blended protein per scoop. The fat's okay, the carbs are okay, and the overall protein blend in there, well, with a few extra ingredients. I like it overall. It gets a solid 8.9 out of 10. Nothing above, nothing beyond. Definitely the key point of this stuff is making a product for somebody that needs a blended protein that I guess has a lot of issues in terms of flavor and I guess drinking certain proteins. This stuff is definitely built for taste, but then again, the ingredient profile ain't going to kill you either. So if you want to try something new that's tasty as well as fitting in your macros, I think you'll definitely enjoy this stuff. So once again, it gets an 8.9 out of 10 in terms of ingredient profile. Effectiveness, protein-wise, you always got to gauge it on how you digest it. You're not going to notice a huge difference unless you have all that lab equipment there in terms of protein synthesis. So I guess your main thing you're going to have to judge it on is how you recover and how your digestion feels. So if you have problems with peanuts or gluten, you're going to have some issues with this protein because it does have those two ingredients in there. Other than that, I didn't have any digestive issues with it. I had a couple friends try out a few scoops as well. They didn't have any, I guess, issues with it in terms of digestion. I guess there's the protein test. If it feels like you're going to have to go to the bathroom after drinking it, then that's probably a bad sign. For your, I guess, purity of your product here. That isn't the case here. What they put in here, very good stuff. So I have no issue whatsoever. It's effective. It's protein. People overthink protein way too much. It just depends. To me, I prefer blends because I think they're a little more versatile because not so much of digestion rate, but because I like to make stuff with my protein powders, like protein pancakes and protein puddings and stuff like that. Get a little creative when you're cutting some calories there and while squeezing in some protein. And also, it's depending on what you need to fit in terms of your diet there. So overall, in terms of effectiveness, it's solid. It gets a 9 out of 10. No complaints, no digestive issues. It's tasty. You recover. It's protein. So no complaints there. Good stuff. Value-wise, it's priced like any other protein there for a 2-pound tub here at 25 servings. Average price. It's a blend. It's solid. I have no issue with it whatsoever. Short and sweet. Gets an 8.9 out of 10. Nothing above, nothing beyond. There's no bells and whistles yet. It's a very, very solid, high-quality blend for the price you're paying there. So good job there. Overall for this protein product, the Matrix 2.0, it gets a 9.1 out of 10. A very, very solid A rating. Only issues, I guess, is if you have problems with gluten or peanuts. I guess the peanuts are exclusive to probably the peanut butter cookie flavor, so just calm down if you if you can't have peanuts. There's other products out there in terms of blends that don't have that in there, so you'll be all right. But those are my only two complaints with it there. Other than that, I like the profile, I like the flavor, I like the mixability. Everything that's on the container is promised and goes as they say it would, so everything that they promise is delivered there. No issues with it, so once again, very, very solid protein here. Alright guys, this has been my quick review for Matrix 2.0 from Syntrax. This has been Petey from SupplementReviews.com. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and all that good social media stuff. We're everywhere, blowing on up, and make sure to check the forum daily for all those fresh reviews. Alright everybody, once again, thanks for watching, and you have a good day.